What's going on, guys? Welcome to the PeachCut Podcast. My name is Cam, the host of this podcast, and welcome to episode 2. Here we are, 1 week done, 1 episode done, technically an official first episode. We're not going to talk about the other ones, but if you want to check those out, they are available on the channel. I don't know. I'm just kind of moving forward. Fresh slate kind of with episode 1, so here we go. But yeah, guys, I'm so glad I put out episode 1. I'm so glad I put it out on streaming platforms. Hopefully you guys took a listen to that. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate anybody that's told me anything about it, anything, any kind words. It's really cool to be able to do something like this, and people listen to it, and I don't know, and they enjoy it as well. They just listen to me talk for 40 minutes about something, and they enjoy it. So I really appreciate it. This week is going to be a little bit different than last week. It's going to be a little bit more focused, I feel like, and I kind of have a few things I want to talk about specifically. Nothing crazy, nothing big, but it's a little more focused on the pop culture topics. Mostly horror, kind of, not really. I don't know. Some of it is horror, but it's not even really like big horror news. There really wasn't much of that this week at all. There really wasn't anything big horror related that came out, So, but I do still have some stuff to talk about. So, the first thing I want to say, man, if you guys didn't see the teaser for Dexter, Dexter's coming back. Dexter is coming back, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad. If you watched Dexter back in the day, it didn't end too well. Super good show though for the most part, and that's the the excitement of this. It's coming back right where we left off with the horrible last season. Horrible last season, guys. We already know it. It can only be better. I feel like from here now. They know it wasn't good. They know the last season was not good. Honestly, the last few seasons, in my opinion, as a whole season wasn't good. But the ending to season 8, I believe it was not good. I don't think anybody really liked it. So yeah, I honestly think they can't really mess this up. He's coming back. What's her name? His sister is going to be coming back as well. Jennifer Carpenter coming back as Deb. So, I'm not sure what's going to be her point in the show, really. If you watch the previous seasons, of course, their dynamic, that's going on. But you also know that, look, I'm trying really hard to not dive into spoilers here. But if you haven't watched Dexter by now, I mean, I don't know. I don't think you would by now because the hype of it is going to be coming back now. But like everybody at one point was talking about Dexter, and if you didn't watch it, I don't really understand why. But yeah, I do recommend you do watch it though. The first 4 to 5 seasons are really, really, really good. But yeah, guys, it's coming back this fall. We got a teaser for it. If you didn't check it out yet, you need to go check out that teaser. It's super short. I believe it's like 30 seconds long. But it's pretty cool. It's cool to see Michael C. Hall back as Dexter. We all love him. It's like, he came, played this part, and nobody else can play the part except him. So we're glad, he's back. I'm pretty sure nobody is asking for anyone else to play the part, even if it's even if they were to remake Dexter or something, which I really hope they don't remake it or something like that. I'm not sure if they really follow the books or anything, closely. I know there's a lot of books to Dexter, but he's back. Okay, this teaser, it wasn't much, but people were really. It was big. It was breaking all over the internet. Everybody was, super excited for it. I know I am for sure. So yeah, look out for Dexter this fall. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna bring it back for just one season or something. It's kind of weird because this is one of those situations, in my opinion, where it's like, I'm trying to think of like a show that they were bringing back. Like it's not the same exactly as Breaking Bad, but like they brought back Breaking Bad in the El Camino movie, which nobody really asked for. Um, and it, in my opinion, wasn't that great. I don't think it was super well received. I think it was pretty okay, but yeah, it came back just for that movie, and I think it's done. Whereas this is not the same in that, I guess, because Dexter is the main character, whereas Jesse was not the main character of Breaking Bad, so it's kind of like a side plot going on there. But yeah, so we got Dexter coming back, but is he coming back for multiple seasons or just one season? I don't know. I don't know. Super excited though that he's coming back, and I hope this season is like an actual season, like at least 13 episodes. Showtime's doing it again, of course. Why would they ever get rid of Dexter? Um, yeah, I don't know. Big things. Really, that's honestly probably the biggest of the news. Um, I would think so. At least there's a few bigger. There's a few titles coming out, but nothing is bigger than Dexter. I don't believe. As far as like the hype around it. So yeah, but um, another thing too, I did decide to finish watching Creepshow season 2. So I guess I'll talk about that next. Which is probably the most horror that's going to be talked about in this episode. I didn't really watch too much horror as far as movies. Um, I did watch. Let's see, real quick here. I did finish In Search of Darkness. Yeah, actually, guys, I didn't watch any new movies, so there you go with that. If I was ever to start a weekly watch type episode, I would have nothing to talk about this week. So yeah, I feel like it's weird because I feel like I did watch at least something since the last time I made an episode, but apparently not. Apparently I haven't. And sometimes it's weird. Sometimes I get out of those like because I talked the last episode about how I watch movies all the time. It's just something I like to do a lot, and I feel like there's times though when like I just go a while without watching anything. You just don't feel like doing it. So, but yeah, so I finished Creepshow 2. If you watch season 2, I don't know. I'm curious what everybody else is thinking. I thought it was a pretty solid finale, really good finale actually, in my opinion. We had Justin Long come in. It's a pretty big name in the horror community and horror movies and stuff. But yeah, he came in and he brought with him a title that he walks or that he jumps into in the episode, throughout the episode, back and forth, called Horror Express. I'm not going to talk about spoilers in it, but if you watch the trailer, which I guess some people don't watch trailers, so if you don't want to know about this, then I guess skip ahead like 5 or so minutes. But he jumps back and forth into Horror Express, a horror movie, and kind of messes with his relationship, his love life, stuff like that. It's kind of weird what's going on, but the horror elements of it are there. It's just kind of lingering, I guess. It's not very in your face like the rest of the episodes, in my opinion. I think it's a lot more toned down. But really good episode, and it's a full story. So like, you get the whole episode as one story instead of two split stories, which in my opinion I thought that worked pretty well for this. Creepshow in general, I think this whole season has been really nice. Like it's been a good season, but as far as splitting some of them up into two stories, I think working with a 45-minute story benefited it in a way. I found it kind of weird though how last season I believe it was 7 episodes, and now this season was 6. They cut it down one whole episode, so that kind of sucked. But as far as the actual episode went, I was pretty satisfied with it. As a season, I don't know, man. I'd much rather season 1 I thought season 1 hit off really good. Got a little, got a little. I don't know how to explain it. I like I said last episode, I don't like talking down on this show. I really don't, because Creepshow in general is a movie that I love. Um, Absolutely love it so much. And everybody involved with it, and everybody involved with this too. Like, I really appreciate this show, but some of the stories just aren't hitting for me. And I mean, that's fine, but I wish I could talk better about it as far as, like, really raving about it. But yeah, as a whole, I feel like season 1 was a bit stronger, had more about it that I liked. I feel like this one, out of the 6 episodes that we got, the last one was probably one of the better ones. And then there was another episode, Pipe Screams. I talked about that one last episode. That one was really good. That was one of the story segments, though. So that's only 20 minutes, 20-minute segments of Creepshow that, you could pull out of the season and say that, okay, that was really good. So I don't know. As far as it goes with a full episode of both stories combined, I don't know. I don't really think I have one episode that I can be like, yeah, I liked both stories equally or both stories a lot, because some of them just dragged on or some of them just didn't do much for me. But yeah, so Creepshow 2 is over, guys. Season 3 has been confirmed though, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully the budget is even higher next season. Higher budget, more like I seen, like, bigger actors in this season, so that was really cool. So if we can get, like, bigger actors, actresses, I know they're doing what they can. George Romero, I'm so sorry. Rest in peace, George Romero. Greg Nicotero, I don't know how I got it mixed up. Greg Nicotero is working on it. I know he's putting his all into this, and Shudder, hopefully, is doing all they can with him. I'm pretty sure they are. So yeah, hopefully we can get something more with season 3. I'm excited for it. I'm still a fan of Creepshow. Let's go. Bring on season 3. Let's go. Yeah. Man, the next piece of news, right? The next piece of news is something else I've been watching and has been finished as well. It's not horror exactly, but Invincible. You guys, Invincible. If you watch Invincible and you watch the season finale, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Dude, the show is so good. This show is so good, dude. Invincible is great. So good. Um I had a buddy of mine tell me about Invincible when it came out on Prime, and I didn't even know it was coming out. I didn't see the teaser that a lot of people had seen before it came out. I didn't see it. I didn't know nothing about it. Went into this fresh, gave it a shot, and I was like, okay, first episode was really good. If you watch the first episode, you know what I'm talking about. Big hit the first episode. So we got the first episode, right? You watch the first episode, you're most likely pulled in. If you aren't, you should be pulled in by episode 2. The story, man, the story of Invincible is so good. It's only 8 episodes, I believe. They came out with the first 3 the day it was released on Prime. So that was there to, like, binge if you wanted to binge like 3 hours, or it was not even 3 hours. It's probably about 2 hours or a little over, because they're about 40-minute episodes. But yeah, if you watch the show whenever it came out in 3 episodes, and then for the last few weeks, it's been coming out, and it finally ended last night. Season 2 and 3 have been confirmed though, thank God, because man, this show is good, so good. Robert Kirkman, man. Robert Kirkman made The Walking Dead, and you can definitely see hints of his writing and the way he, like, handles his characters and stuff. Is very similar, but thrown into a superhero world, which he has. man, like he has created such a good world, man. It is such a good, well-rounded universe that he's made, and it's crazy because I didn't know about this. I didn't know about Invincible at all. I didn't know about his other works besides Walking Dead, and that's the thing, man. Like, I think that like sometimes like a movie or a show will come out and get a lot of attention, and like hit the name of somebody, that name is boosted, like his name is out there. The show's still playing The Walking Dead, and his name's out there, and like everybody's watching this, but they don't look at his other material or his other works. And I was one of those people that didn't really look at the rest of his stuff. I did read, I don't know, probably like 100. I think I almost finished The Walking Dead. I had like maybe 20 issues left, or 20 to 30 issues left. I know it's kind of like ridiculous to not finish it once you get that close, but I fell off the show, and I also kind of just fell off the comic. Don't ask me how I got that far, and then I just fell off. But anyways, I didn't even know about Invincible, man, and like this is so good. I'm in. I'm in for whatever else comes from it, with the rest of the seasons, with like any, man. They're supposedly, and I don't want to dive into like super big spoilers, but I did listen to another podcast about Invincible because I just like to hear other people's perspective on it. And if other people know like more knowledge on it or whatever, or like dig into the lore without spoiling it, and just kind of uncover stuff. So I did listen to another podcast talk about the show, and man, there's so many ideas they can do with it. There's so many ideas that they can run with as far as making Mark and the rest of the superheroes and stuff like that in the show go into different directions. And one of those directions they talked about was exploring hell with Damien Darkblood. So yeah, I don't know. Super excited stuff. If you don't know who Damien Darkblood is, somebody in the show. I'm not gonna dive into characters and stuff like that, but I'm just saying, if you didn't know who that was, it's one of the characters in the comic. But yeah, so yeah, man, Invincible, so good. If you haven't watched it, I definitely recommend it. I have a few friends of mine that I recommended it to, and I don't know how anybody can't like this show. I seriously don't. So good, so well acted. J.K. Simmons plays Omni-Man. Steven Yeun, however you say it, plays Mark Grayson. There's a good bit of other bigger actors too doing the voices of these characters, and it's really good stuff. So yeah, Invincible is over. Unfortunately, we probably have to wait like a year for season 2. I'm kind of upset about that, but while we wait, you can read it. I started reading it because I'm just like, I don't know, I'm looking forward to it too much. So yeah. But that's gonna be it for as far as like other than horror news, I guess. Or I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna be really talking about a lot of horror. It's not gonna be all horror. I do have a few more things to talk about that is a little horror related, but as far as Invincible goes, I don't really think Invincible is horror. I was about to say I don't think Invincible is gory, but Invincible is extremely gory. So that is one thing too. If you don't like gore, you may not like Invincible. But yeah. I'm not sure if you guys watched the new King Kong versus, or wow, what am I saying? Godzilla versus King Kong. Yeah. Really, well, let's say it like this. I enjoyed it a lot. I am a fan of King Kong more than I am of Godzilla. I've seen all of the movies pretty much now, I believe. I had to watch King of the Monsters before I watched Godzilla versus Kong, because I hadn't seen it before. But in general, I think they're okay. I have fun with them. I'm not a huge like I'm not a big hater on them like a lot of people are because of the CGI and all that. It is what it is, man. You got to take it for what it is. They're monster movies. What do you expect? I mean, it's what do you expect? So, um, I enjoyed it for what it was. I see people hating on it though. They want more. But yeah, in general, I enjoyed it. And of course, with the success of the box office for it, how much has been streaming on HBO, all that, the talk of it. Of course, they're talking about another one. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they talk about it? And to me, I'm glad that, it did well. And I would like them to focus on Kong more just because I enjoy Kong more. Nothing against Godzilla. I think Godzilla was super sick, actually, in this new one. Especially at the end. Not gonna get into spoilers or anything, so don't worry about that. But I enjoyed both of them. I'm just more of a Kong fan, and yeah, I believe they're gonna be making a third movie, possibly Son of Kong. Maybe not. That's only rumors, but it kind of came out, I guess, this week. That like they would maybe do that, and I'm so down for that. They saying it can work well with it. If you watched Godzilla versus Kong, you kind of understand how that could work. Because of everything that goes down with Kong in the new movie. With the whole I can't remember what it's called. The other type of Earth. I can't remember. Hollow Earth, I believe it is. But yeah, so you can see how that would work. I'm down for it. I'm cool with it. Like I said, these movies aren't a huge thing to me. I have fun with them, and I don't know what it is. Something about I don't know if I'm the only one. I can't be the only one that's like this. I can't be the only one that's like this when it comes to Son of Kong, Daughters of Dracula, um, Son of Frankenstein, Son of like the family, like the continuation of it instead of just getting the regular movie. In my opinion, though, those are cool as far as continuing the family, but I also just enjoy like just like horrors of Dracula, Brides of Dracula. Like it's not the family, but it's just like another part of Dracula, and it's not even a continuation. Usually, it's just another story of that character or monster, and I don't know. It's like this like weird like oh my god, I must own or see them at least. I must see all of them because they all kind of go with that character. I don't know. And the funny thing is too is like I don't even really I don't go after those. Like I'm not like, "Oh my god, man, I just watched Dracula. I got to watch Daughters of Dracula. I got to watch Brides of Dracula." Like I don't do that, but at the same time, when I see the title, when I see the art, all that stuff, like I'm honestly like, "Wow, I'm interested now." All of a sudden, just because it's like the a tie to that character. So yeah. But Son of Kong sounds cool. Could be really cool. I think it could be really cool. I don't know. I don't know how it would really go. I didn't really watch the old Kong and Godzilla movies. I did watch. I mean, I've seen some of them. I've watched. Or I've heard of like old Gamera as well, and watched like some of that before. I mean, I've seen parts of it. Like I've seen parts of it. Sorry about the camera shutting off if you're watching on YouTube. God, I need to fix that. I need to fix that. But yeah, so I've seen them a little bit. I'm just not a big like watcher of those films. But yeah. So that's that. Not really a big thing to touch on, but we did get a little hint of a new Children of the Corn film. Or like talks of it, or I believe it might be done filming. It was filmed during the quarantine, I believe. So that's that. I know there's like 5 or 6 of those. And honestly, I haven't watched any of them. I haven't watched any of the regular Children of the Corn films besides the first one, like the original one. So yeah, I actually own the original one too with with the sickest cover art. So if you're watching on YouTube, boom, we got Children of the Corn. I love this artwork, man. Shiny, orange, looks so sick. I'm a big. Sorry about that. I thought somebody was here. I am a big fan of slipcovers and stuff like that, and I love it. This is a really nice one. So yeah, new Children of the Corn film. This one's probably gonna be. They're probably trying to do just like they do with a lot of King movies. It's gonna be like that more modern, updated version, kind of like the new It films. I would think it would be like that at least. Um, which I mean, I may check it out. I don't know. It's coming with what seems to be just a Children of the Corn title, so it's not like, you know, Children of the Corn, blah blah blah. Like it's just Children of the Corn. So it's doing that whole, coming with the original title, like the original name is still the same, stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. Haven't heard much on that anymore. Just seen like that they were done filming or something. So yeah, that's coming soon, I guess, if anybody's interested. Um, and the last few things actually is not even. It's really not too much. One thing I wanted to mention to you guys. Finally, there's like clips of Spiral, the Book of Saw, starting to circulate online. There's, well, I'm saying that like it's some viral, like I'm like somebody's spreading it or something, but yeah, it came out the other day, like a clip of it, very gory clip too, so expect it, I guess, from Saw. But um, tickets for that are out now. You can pre-order them. I don't know who's gonna do that really this far in advance for that, but May 14th. May 14th is the day that it comes out. Not gonna lie, guys, I'm looking forward to this one. I am not the biggest Saw fan. I think the Saw movies are good. I think they're decent. I think they're good. I can say that they're good. Like, I honestly find enjoyment in them. But are they really good? Like, let's take a step back. Let's take a step back here. I can say that they're good for me because like they're good to me. Like they're like, ooh, good gore or whatever. But good can mean so much stuff, man. And good, it's not good when it comes to deep story. When it comes to a lot, really. I mean, like the puppet. There's so many open holes and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. That's kind of though the thing when it gets kind of annoying as well, though, because I think that Saw is something that you can't really pull apart too much after the third movie or second or third movie. It just gets to where like you have to realize that, like, it's not getting any different. Like, it's the same stuff, and it got really really repetitive and bad near the end. When it started to get to where it was just like ridiculous what was even happening, and like you realize that, like, man, like this stuff happening is like how are these people not caught by now? Like, how is it still going? These are some really bad detectives, really bad cops. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm a fan of them. Like, I think that they're watchable. Are they? Honestly, I think they would be fun for parties and stuff like that. Which probably that's nothing new, but um, like they're really not. You know what I mean. If you watch Saw and you like it, I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to hate on it. Some people, I actually do have friends though that love Saw. Like they, um, I mean, they probably don't watch too many movies, or if they do, it's not really like other horror. Like, it's not all the realms of horror that you can try to explore and stuff. It's just the gore that brings people in, which gore is really fun. Gore is great, but I don't know, man. The Saw movies, watching 7 Saw movies for just the gore, I don't know. Not really my thing. I enjoy Saw 1 and 2 a lot. I actually do like 2, like, a lot. it's not good. Like the characters don't make sense at all. I've watched videos of them, of the Saw movies being made fun of, and Saw 2 specifically has a lot of problems. But I don't know. I think it's fun. Um, so yeah, new Saw movie coming out May 14th. If you want to get your tickets, go get your tickets. Um, yeah, this one looks more promising though. We got Samuel L. Jackson. We got Chris Rock. We got old boy from The Handmaid's Tale. I don't remember his name, but Samuel L. Jackson in a Saw movie, never would have thought it would happen, but here we are. The next thing we're gonna talk about, just real quick, two things, or one thing actually on books. New Frightland series coming from the author of Goosebumps. If you were into Goosebumps at all as a kid, all those illustrated Goosebumps stories or book covers that you had, the original illustrator is returning, and he's gonna be doing his own series called Frightland. So there we go with that. Nothing really much to talk about. They only have like 2 titles coming out, or 2 previews of what's coming or something like that. So yeah, that's that. Next thing is kind of cool. We do have Fear Street. Kind of goes along with Goosebumps, coming in summer this year to Netflix. So we have 3 movies coming. Trying to remember exactly what they were called. So let's see. So we have I can't remember exactly what it's called, but oh yeah, so we have Fear Street 1966, Fear Street 1978, and 1994. So yeah, those are going to be coming to Netflix this summer. I'm actually pretty excited, you guys. Like, this is fun horror. If you've ever watched old Goosebumps or new Goosebumps, really. I mean, the new Goosebumps movies are pretty enjoyable. I think they were fun. And now we're gonna, or actually, I only watched the first Goosebumps movie. I haven't watched the second one only because I've heard things about it. I just didn't want to watch it. I haven't watched it. One day I will, but yeah. So if you watch those, if you watch Goosebumps, I would check out Fear Street if I was you. It looks really fun. And then this new Netflix teaser for like what their releases are this summer or something. They show like a glimpse of it, just real quick. It's really nothing much, but it's like a Netflix summer release teaser or whatever. So yeah, people were like, pointing out that they had that little segment in there. So yeah, that's for sure coming this summer. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. I'm not expecting anything crazy for it, but I kind of like those like campy kid horror movies. It's just something like, you're not going into it like scary movies to tell in the dark. Goosebumps, of course, like I said. Just stuff like that. So yeah, Fear Street this summer on Netflix. Let's go. Let's go. And we got one more piece to talk about. One more piece. The last thing I want to talk about is nothing crazy either. I just recently watched Escape Room last week. Came out in 2019, and we have Escape Room 2 already coming out this July. So yeah, that's coming out. Like I said, it's not much to talk about with that. The first movie was okay, and the second one's probably gonna be bad or maybe okay. I don't know. So, yep, that is it for the news. Yeah. Guys, I don't know. It's crazy to me how I say things are crazy so much. Haha. Yeah. No, really, it's crazy to me how like so much stuff is now coming out. And I was thinking about this recently, how much stuff is coming out, and for like a bit at least, there was a bit where nothing was being made, nothing was being produced or coming out, and there was so much that was pushed back. And all of a sudden they got so much stuff to release, and I don't know, it's like it made me think that like apparently during quarantine there was a lot that was filming still like that didn't stop production. And I was like, okay, I thought like everything shut down. Like I thought like everything was put on hold, but apparently not, because there's some things that I'm seeing like the Fear Street trilogy and stuff like that that was filmed during quarantine. And I know that like eventually things started to like open back up earlier than I remember actually, because we're in now April, or no, May actually. I believe today's May 1st. So May 1st, it's been a year and 2 months since the pandemic started. And it really wasn't long after the pandemic started. It felt like that a lot of people in production for movies and stuff started up again. So I guess that is, why I guess it feels like there's like all of a sudden there's a lot coming out, and I thought there wasn't going to be at all a lot coming out. So yeah, but it's surprising to me, and it's exciting finally to have stuff to watch. HBO is always dropping stuff during the week, or what am I saying? During the month, because they'll drop like one or two titles. Mortal Kombat came out recently. I didn't really watch it. Not a huge Mortal Kombat fan. I don't have anything against Mortal Kombat or anything. I love gore, so I would think it would be something for me, but it's just not anything that I've been interested in the games or anything. So, but I've heard good things. I've heard okay things about it. I've heard really bad things though too. I think it kind of just goes by who you are as a person with Mortal Kombat. I mean, you gotta, either like it or don't like it. So, but yeah, haven't watched that yet. But HBO is always rolling out these titles. Some not so good, but some very anticipated. I cannot wait for Dune. Cannot wait for Dune, man. Dune's coming out, I think, in October now. Um, so that's exciting. Um, yeah, I don't know. There's other titles too. I just can't think of them right away. But yeah, still no Horror Nights news, guys. We still haven't gotten any announcements or anything on Horror Nights at Universal Studios Orlando. By the way, I will make episodes on those updates, but it will be strictly for Orlando. I have really no desire to talk about Hollywood. I'm not going to be attending Hollywood. I've only been to Universal Hollywood once, and it wasn't even into the freaking park. I went into City Walk, so yeah, it's not even. It's not technically even. It's not even me going to the park. I never went, so yeah, I don't really have a desire to talk about Hollywood. Just gonna talk about Orlando, but come on, let's be honest. Orlando, you always do it better. You always do it better, babe. So yeah, but nothing on that yet, man. Nothing on that. I'm waiting for some updates for that. Cannot wait. Anytime they update on Twitter, I'll know about it, or wherever, Facebook or anything like that. I didn't really want to talk about the speculation map, but I did see that as well. There are a few things that I'm looking forward to on it, a few things that I wish wouldn't be on there, but I think, yet again, I think ours is a little bit better, and I say ours because I live in the South, so I consider Florida our Halloween Horror Nights. But there are a few things that I don't like, but I think the Orlando one still looks better than the Hollywood one. Dude, I see that the Hollywood one is supposed to be getting a Walking Dead attraction. Why? Why, dude? That is so like, oh my god. That's lazy. I'm sorry, Universal, but like, we're talking to two different Universals here, Orlando or Hollywood. And I'm sorry, Hollywood. That's lazy. No, I don't think anybody wants another Walking Dead attraction. I believe this is the fourth year, and to me, I've never been in a Walking Dead house, but I honestly don't really care either. Like, The Walking Dead is pretty dead, to be honest. Not trying to be funny about it. No pun intended. It is like it's pretty much it's done its time, and I'm sure they know that, and they just didn't know what to put. So yeah, The Walking Dead is coming back again, and I don't get why anybody would want that. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I'm kind of glad. I'm glad it's not going to Orlando, and they have like actual better, ideas for using up that space because, oh man, that's when I saw that I was just like, what? I was laughing about it. It's yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much gonna be it, man. I don't really know what else to mention. Talked about those few things, and I don't know if every episode is gonna be focused on different topics and stuff like this, where I just divide up different topics and stuff. But I decided to touch on stuff like this just because I thought it would be fun to do kind of like a update, media or pop culture type. Um, Hello, Parker. Um, but yeah. So I don't really know if this is gonna be something that I continuously do, or or if I do continue to do it. I feel like if bigger things drop, I will talk about those bigger things. I'm really not sure how it's gonna fill up the time of an episode, like one big piece of news, because I don't see myself talking about one piece of news for 30 minutes to 45 minutes by myself. I do have some people that would like to be on this, so that would be really cool. But other than that, I don't know how I would go about it. But yeah, definitely something I want to continue to do though, because I do want to mention like news and stuff, and that's kind of what I want to do with this, I suppose. But I just don't know how I'm gonna go about it yet. So yeah, but I appreciate you guys watching. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on Spotify or any other streaming platforms, I appreciate it. Thanks, and yeah, check out the next episode, previous episode, whatever you're in the mood for, and I'll see you guys next time. This was the PeachCut Podcast, and that's that.